I ever tell y'all my mom was supposed to abort me?
No.
What
Yeah.
happened?
She had chicken pox. Well, her brothers and sisters gave her chicken pox while I was in there, while I was cooking. And doctor was telling her, like, yeah, this kid's, if he's born, probably not going to survive long afterwards. Or if he does survive, probably come out. So I came out with it.
So are you like immune to chickenpox now?
No.
So like if there
I
was
think I still got it afterwards.
if the zombie outbreak happens because of chickenpox, you probably would be like the safe one.
Probably.
You're like Blade with chickenpox. If like
I'm the daywalker.
you might be able to like walk amongst both. Like the zombies don't even chase you.
So, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Merry Kwanzaa. Wait, what was that old thing that we used to say in the 90s? Merry or Happy Hana Kwanzaa, something like that.
Sounds about right.
You know, when people were trying to be inclusive, like all the way back in the 90s.
I really do say happy holidays nowadays.
I just like happy holidays.
All throughout the year. I don't even care if it's like a ambiguous holiday or not. For Thanksgiving, I still say just happy holidays. Like, I ain't got no time for none of that.
What if somebody called your birthday a holiday?
I would take it as a sign of respect.
Like, they're just like, yo, we're trying to celebrate this holiday. Fuck your birthday.
What you mean? What's the holiday?
Your birthday, but you're calling it your birthday. They're calling it a holiday.
Is it still fuck my birthday then?
Yeah,
It sound like they fucking with my birthday.
Yeah, it just happens to be the same day.
Nah, I wouldn't even take it as no thing. As long as we all enjoying the day.
Yeah, sounds.
And it don't sound like they celebrating anything in particular, so we gonna say it's me. What the fuck? You know, that sounds like a win-win.
Anyways, we got a shot clock for y'all today. Rules a little different.
Shot clock.
Shot clock. We got shot clocks tonight. All right. Interesting question. I'll start off with the question first this time, and you'll realize why later. What role does race play in your partner? In order to answer, well, you get 30 seconds to answer for every shot that you take. If you want to answer for any longer than 30 seconds, you got to take another shot.
Can you say the question again?
What role does race play in your ideal partner?
I'll answer.
Can you set a 30-second timer?
Yes, but I should not need it.
We might have some follow-up questions.
Dang. I actually forgot where the clock shit is. Mm-hmm. 30 seconds. Starting now. Race plays a significant factor. It's something that I really don't see myself budging on. I don't think I could ever marry a non-black woman.
Same.
I gotta be honest, I just don't really want to I don't want it to be the same race as me. Anything else would be cool as shit.
Cool.
Are we not allowed to say anything more? Because we're going to have to drink?
If you want to say more, go ahead and drink.
Because I don't want to get fucking toasty on here. I mean, I'll say. Yeah. Tough shot clock. Because I'm not about to drink over and over and over to talk.
Like, what if you just really fuck with someone and they're not black?
One thing I've learned is just really fucking with someone ain't enough. For me to want to marry someone, we got to be compatible on several different levels. And also, I'm learning that it's important that I respect all those levels, even if I feel like it's a lot. Because if I don't get a majority of those things, I'm not gonna be happy.
So black is a very intricate and I mean it's its own unique culture and as many others are, but I mean just speaking on black culture, it's comprised of a lot. So I guess ideally what black? Are you
African American,
African American like so
Why?
I guess what does that mean to you?
black culture, whether it's not about nationality or race, is for me, it's about culture. So
So
Why is black not enough? Why it gotta be black and?
no, it's not black and I'm just like cuz I'm wondering what about black is what is making you drawn to it.
it's an understand. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Good.
It's an understanding of a very fundamental part to me. I think you and I were gonna say the same thing. I don't. I need you to feel that. I need you to feel that, and I need you to understand that. Um, it's something unique to be black in America.
Hmm.
Maybe not unique, but it's a it's a it's an experience that you kind of have to experience to truly understand. And any kid of mine is going to be black, and I don't need a non-black person shaping that experience like in such a significant way. That's they could, maybe someone could do it, but I would be very fearful that they could not. And I also would just know I could just get with a black person and avoid all that.
Didn't we have a episode where like yeah, we could also get with a black person and still have the same issue?
Yes, we had discussed are you pro can you be pro black with non-black partner, and we kind of got on this conversation specifically. Just having to judge a non-black person and family really harshly. Like I have to judge my girl's mom on a whole nother level if she's not black, because what is your sentiments toward blacks, and what type of shit are you gonna put in my black kid head when they're a child? And you know what I mean, uncles, fathers, not fathers, but uncles, cousins, grandma, grandpa, all that type of shit. That's half the fam. So that's why biracial kids always be fucking confused. So yeah, honestly, I think after having that conversation, I kind of realized it is very important to be particular about that part of it.
Can you be black and black and still be biracial?
No, I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then why can't I ask black and?
Because that excludes the necessity of just being black. I was just about to ask the question because one thing for me, like for instance, I love my black culture, right? And I love learning about us and our roots in Africa. However, I cannot be with an African person. Our values are completely different. We're both black, but I don't need the black and African because our experiences are two different things. And we, not to say we wouldn't learn from each other or grow from each other, but it's too different from what I've seen in just dealing with Africans, right? I don't care for that experience.
I think that was my original point when I was asking the question, though. It's like it feels like it's being boxed into just one thing, and I don't think it's just one thing. And that's why I was asking the question that way.
Blackness is not just one thing. Is that
Right.
what you're saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Like when you brought up being biracial, and it kind of sounded like a joke. Can you be black and still be biracial? Like my cousins are Puerto Rican or Dominican and Ecuadorian. I consider them biracial. Like it's still Latinos to you guys, but it's very different cultures. Like if you get to the nitty gritties of things, there's a lot of similarities, but there's still differences, and so that's why I was
Yeah,
picking.
you can be black and biracial, like, but
Like
the point that I was trying to make to yours is like I need a black woman who understands my experience as a black woman here in America. That's not to say that people who have other cultural backgrounds that, include blackness are limited in their experiences, but they also, like, it's Africans that can come over here and be living like kings. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's all type of other races that just wouldn't get the same treatment as me, just a black American person. So I need a black American person.
yeah, that's kind of what TZ was saying too. You guys want to have somebody who's had that shared experience with you.
I think it is some cultures that I like more than others that I would be open to have a dating experience with, like some Latino cultures, Caribbean cultures, but at the same time, I don't know if I see myself marrying.
Yeah, that was a key word for TZ.
One of those, maybe.
The ideal black person is actually like a specific African American person who doesn't really have like a deep tie to their culture beyond American culture. So like you said, with Africans and just other black cultures outside of America, I hate to say it, but y'all cultures just be a lot. And so with a black person who has no culture besides America, that's really the easiest shit to deal with, honestly. It's like that's the most relatable to me, and we could just fucking be black Americans and deal with the rest of the world as they come, and we just relate on this shit here. Like, it sounds really ignorant to say that, and I've never thought of it in this way, but that really is the ones who came off slave boats, and we don't really know.
I think because of how much I disassociate with, I guess, where my family's from and how I recognize like that ain't shit that I chose. Like, and the shit that I have been choosing is living here in America. So I'm unfortunately just American. I would like to bring more culture into my life, aside from the background that I already grew up with. So that's just kind of like.
So that's why you would want a person a different background from you. So like you can just get something different.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I'm interested. Why are you focused more on something different as opposed to Ace and I, which I don't know how to frame the question, but it just seems more easy for your life partner to be someone similar to you than having the goal of someone being different to you.
So,
Does that make sense?
yeah,
That question?
yeah. So I guess if I was to entertain the thought of finding someone similar to me, I would need to find somebody like an Ecuadorian American first generation born, like I guess girl who had similar experiences to what I had, who also had. Well, I guess maybe we don't need to go as deep as like like locationism. I don't know. Like she also doesn't relate to her Ecuadorian culture. So like we're both Americans kind of. So now I'm like essentially dating a white girl, which that'd be cool too. Like like cuz I mean going I don't know, like white doesn't typically have to be American either, but ooh, whatever. Like it's just whatever it is.
You specifically said that you would want to date someone not of your culture. So if you met the female you, would you want to date her? Would that be better or like more appealing or less appealing than the non-Ecuadorian you?
A female me would be so cool, but like that doesn't necessarily mean Ecuadorian American, that kind of thing.
hypothetically.
Yeah.
Like there's
If she
two
happens,
women. There's the Ecuadorian you and then the non-Ecuadorian you. Which one is the better one?
there's two women, and they're both me, but one of them is Ecuadorian and the other one's not.
Mm-hmm.
Probably they're not. Cause I mean, and I mean, now that I'm saying it out loud, heck, as far as dating goes, because I don't know what marriage is like to me, anyways. But as far as dating goes, I wouldn't mind dating an Ecuadorian girl either. I just don't know what it'd be like to marry. Like I know what my family's like, and we haven't had the best local marriage typically. So like I don't have like that best background like to rely on like to think like yeah marriage is gonna work out with another Ecuadorian. So
Is race really a factor for you?
probably not.
I was thinking how because race plays such a large factor to us, it it basically dictates where we go, where we move, where we, make our greatest livelihood.
Your stomping grounds.
And I also just feel like with him being so passable, he can navigate society in a different way than we can. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, of course, the blinders are race. So on the outside looking in, that's why I would see like race wouldn't be much of a factor for him. But it has to be for us because I have to consider, like you said, what's your upbringing? What's your thoughts about how black people really live and move in society?
No, honestly, I think most races are like that, and so I think Los may be in the minority and people who care less. But most blacks want to be with blacks. Most Asians want to be with Asians. I don't know if most Latinos want to be with Latinos. I would guess yes, but maybe not.
No,
And I
there
think
is a
most whites
comfort.
want to be with whites.
I do think that there is like a comfort in being with like your own. Like I recognize what that comfort is. I've been with with Latina girls, and like it's nice sharing that kind of like experience, but it doesn't feel new. And then also it's kind of it kind of feels like I don't know where I guess I'm trying to like I don't know why that feels weird for me. Like it just
Hmm.
I
I mean,
want
it's not
I
surprising
want
to
to
me.
build with you, girl. I don't want to like I don't want to know what you got already. I guess I want to figure out. I want to learn. I want to grow.
And you don't see that as like the ultimate comfort place to grow from. Uh, I say the female version of you, but let's just say like the perfect compatible Ecuadorian version of you, who
Hmm.
also has a mom and dad who's Ecuadorian, and like
I mean, she's
maybe
perfect
her
for me.
mom
Then I'm
also wants
sure.
to move to Ecuador, like your mom when she's little. You know what I mean? Like there's just shared experience
If
in
she's
that.
perfect for me, I'll take it though. Like that's not like,
Her family looks like yours
but
and
like,
shit. Like
but I did have my preference. Like it'd be cool if it was different. But I mean, girl, I mean, I find you perfect. I can't look for you anywhere else. I'm taking that. If that's what you're presenting me, I gotta take that.
so, I'm just saying though, like they both slide in your DMs in the same day, like Ecuadorian perfect compatible, non-Ecuadorian perfect compatible.
I gotta try
So
that
it's not
out.
like you got to just choose one. You like have the option for both. They right there.
Sure, I'll go for the other one first because I know a little bit of Ecuador already.
Dang, dang. I hear you, man. And just knowing the person that you are, just preferring to know people and not judge them, like make the predetermined judgments and shit. The person who is most similar to you is probably.
They're probably out there too.
Well, I would think that that person is less interesting to you just because it's less to learn.
Mm.
You kind of come in knowing already a lot of shit built in.
DJ, spin that shit. We just not have intros anymore.
See, this is a weird shot clock. We usually have like a longer shot, like countdown. So I wasn't sure when to hit it, honestly, and I forgot again.
You know,
I definitely forgot
these
again.
millennials with their opinions and their podcasts.
Yeah, now we 20 minutes in.
Every one of them has podcasts nowadays. Hey,
That was an interesting
no one cares
conversation,
about your
though.
opinion, buddy. Alright? I'm here to tell you. I don't care what you think about love or sex, politics or religion, or how you're socioeconomic, blah, blah, blah. Save it for someone who cares.
But they should know better than ours.
This is another Millennial podcast. I am another Millennial podcast host. I go by the name of Nick Teasy, aka LaPod James, aka Big Homie Young Segway Son. I got a couple co-hosts in the building with me.
Yep. It's ACB the guy, aka AC Montana, aka Hotel AC, aka Cat God.
Hello, folks. It's your local friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Los Tigos, Lucifer, if you all will. How y'all doing?
Word, welcome to another episode.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, happy post-Thanksgiving.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Definitely very inclusive, a very PC podcast, you know what I mean?
How many of y'all getting pregnant this holiday? Not you guys, but YouTube.
I'm trying to do some math. The people who are born from like Thanksgiving conceptions.
July?
Is,
August-ish?
what month is it? It's the 11th month. So, yeah,
like
August.
Cancer,
So what is that?
Leos.
Cancer, Leo type vibe.
Hey.
Oh, are you a...
Cancer.
Yeah, you might be a Thanksgiving baby.
I might be.
It was stuffing the turkey and stuffing... No, I'm going to stop there.
Have you guys... This is super random. But have you guys ever heard that IVF babies, or specifically any baby
I
that
hate you for this question.
that is not made from like sex are babies that don't have souls?
I hate you for
And where did you get this question from?
I don't know where I heard this from. Maybe TV, maybe the internet. I thought it was hilarious though.
Do you think we have souls?
I don't think I believe in souls actually.
Okay.
But in the concept of what they were saying, like, I also recently heard that if you don't have good sex when you conceive the baby, then the baby is gonna be trash. Like, he's not gonna be good at anything. He's gonna be kind of dumb, probably slow. Like, no. So besides the fact, if y'all ever heard this
No, I never.
doesn't resonate with y'all at all.
About babies, like whether or not they have souls or not because they were IVF.
Well, that one, and if you have good sex, if you don't have good sex, then your kid is gonna be lame. I think I believe in that one. I think I might roll with that one.
So are you always gonna have good sex for the rest of your life? Or try
No,
to?
but I was thinking if like a woman that I'm ready to have a kid with, if we conceive off some trash sex and like we know it was that one, I might tell her we need to try again. Like, let's just let's take a step back. You know what I mean? I know we down for it, but you know what I mean? Them bobos is still plausible, aren't they? Are they?
What if?
I don't know the laws right now. Are they?
What?
Are they?
What?
Can you get abortions? I know Roe v. Wade was peeled back in a bunch of states, and we in the Bible Belt. So,
I don't know.
can I go get an abortion right now in Atlanta?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Do you know?
I'm not in the market for an abortion.
I mean, I'm not right in this moment, but I could see myself being in one, so I should know.
I ever tell y'all my mom was supposed to abort me?
No.
Yeah.
What happened?
She had chicken pox. Well, her brothers and sisters gave her chicken pox while I was in there, while I was cooking. And doctor was telling her, like, Yeah, as a kid's, if he's born, probably not gonna survive long afterwards, or if he does survive, probably come out retarded. So I came out retarded. Um, and yeah, but
Chickenpox. So are you like immune to chickenpox now?
I don't know.
So like if there
I
was
think I
a
still got it afterwards.
if the zombie outbreak happens because of chickenpox, you probably would be like the safe one.
Probably.
What movie is that? It's the one with Will Smith where like somebody had the good genes that they had to try to get to the compound to synthesize or whatever. You would probably be that person.
Yeah. Look at
You're
the
like
butterfly.
Blade with chickenpox. If like
I'm the daywalker.
you might be able to like walk amongst both. Like the zombies don't even chase you.
I hate it.
Man.
What would you do with that power? Like I actually
would-
never
I
conceived
would
that.
I would hate it. I would
You're
be-
like a regular person, but the zombies just leave you alone.
like what do
You
I,
can just walk amongst them and they just don't do nothing to you.
what do I do? Start training them? Start trying to take over the world with zombie power?
Basically,
Yeah, I guess.
you create hordes. That's what you do. With
Would you kill the zombies? Because I wonder if you kill one of the zombies, do they then attack you or?
All female zombie groups, mobs, they're called whores.
Ayo! Gotta give him that one. You gotta give him that one. I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. Damn. I didn't mean to give you the sad trombone.
I deserve it.
You
No,
heard it.
you create hordes and take people out their settlements, and then have the hordes stand around it after you done claimed it for yourself.
So you trying to be like the zombie king or queen?
Zombie god.
Zombie guy.
Yeah, but I was still gonna try and work for the humans.
I mean, I have my select few. I'll teach you how to walk amongst us too. You know,
Damn.
I'm gonna take this castle for me and my folks.
Zombie, I mean, Los being
And try to-
zombie blade is crazy.
Try to step through my zombie horde moat. You're gonna die.
See, that's crazy. I was really just thinking of like, how am I gonna help? How am I gonna kill all the zombies with my power? You really gonna like build a civilization and use them as like the
Like the way I'm imagining this power is like I have like some sort of psychic connection to these zombies, so like I can control them. Is that kind of how like you're thinking about it? No,
Why do you have a psychic connection?
I don't know.
I was thinking of Blade. Like his mom got bitten by a vampire.
I get you, but I mean, I'm thinking the psychic connection where like I can all of a sudden like control all these zombies.
I
Yeah.
feel more like I'm making enough noise for them to follow me, but not enough for them to kill me. And then I'm able to slip off when I need to.
Mm.
Meanwhile, these niggas can't climb walls, so they done made me a moat.
I mean, I feel you though. It would be valuable to have them on your side and build a castle with them and shit.
All right.
Damn, but you gotta deal with all that dead body smell.
Now, I do be wondering about that because I know shit be gross as fuck. And then it's like in these shows, the niggas have been dead 5, 7, 10 years and shit. I'm like, I know they ass stink. I know it's stink. How are you dealing with this smell?
Do you think eventually like you'd get used to it?
I don't know.
No way. And if
Maybe.
you get used to it, and then you
I feel
can't.
like it create airborne shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
The Last of Us.
y'all should still be, everybody should be dying. 'Cause
Just off the smell.
Just off the smell.
No, what if like you out here hanging with these zombies, and then like you encounter like a group of humans who just straight up haven't been able to shower for months, but you used to the zombie smell. You think the zombie smell probably still worse?
Yeah. They dead.
I
That
agree.
flesh just open. It's blood and shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Niggas stink.
They say the smell of like rotting flesh is one of the most disgusting smells to humans because we like recognize what it is and feel the connection to it. So I can only imagine a bunch of zombies that are just slowly rotting. Oh my god, that sounds terrible.
Rotten and they already dead, so they not like dying. Like they're just slowly decomposing above ground.
Wait, so are they actually decomposing, or does that process stop?
They still do be decomposing because if they get stuck like in some oil or something, they can't move. Next thing you know, once they finally get the noise or something that makes them move, that part of their body separates. So it's like it maintains its form as long as it got a reason, but it goes.
You think you could wait out a zombie apocalypse?
Hell
Like
no.
let's say you
Hell no.
you had perfect defense. You didn't have to like they'd never even try to attack you. The zombie apocalypse just happening around you around the world.
It's never the zombies that you have to worry about. It's always the people. It's always the people who can see me from miles away and want to come take what I got. Then I have to create some more zombies.
What's up?
Yo, that last sentence.
I have to kill some more people. And they just gonna be walking amongst the dead.
I read that as I'm a necromancer out here. I'm the one that created the zombies in the first place.
Damn, I don't know, Ace. I'm a little worried about your power. How you gonna use it?
I'm just gonna float in and out. That's it. That's it.
He's gonna create a zombie currency and actually have
A civilization.
Selling
A
my
civilized
slaves.
civilization of zombies.
Zombie slaves.
Oh my god! And you started with you created the civilization with the slaves. Do you think because they're dead would they have rights? No.
Damn, could I accept a zombie slave? I don't know. Maybe.
I wouldn't even fuck with it.
How y'all feel about like robot servants and shit?
This shit is bananas. And
If I could afford it, it'd be dope.
You would have one?
It'd probably be cool as fuck.
No?
I'm just now getting cool with Alexa, bro. I'm just now getting cool with Alexa.
Okay, I feel that.
Let me let y'all try it out a little bit. I'ma watch from the sidelines. Baby with the shit, but nah. We seen this play out already. We know how it gonna go. They
I
put a
agree.
movie out already about it.
I agree.
That's why it's expensive, and you can't make it affordable for everyone. Can't make
That's
it
the
that
problem, though. Only the rich gonna have it, and it's gonna fuck them up first.
That's right.
And we gonna idolize to have it. Like black people, we got a whole bunch of spending money, and once we see that pick up as a fad, we gonna be right on that fad with them. Giving
And
that
you're gonna
money
make
back
it
to
cool.
them.
I sent y'all the shit about Kim Kardashian and Tesla, the Tesla robot.
Right.
And I sent y'all the article, or at least the screenshot of the article, Sex with Robots by 2025.
Right.
We 2 months away.
How many of those comments you think exist every year?
What you mean?
I just feel like people have been saying that for way longer than 10 years ago.
I mean, there was like a real article written about 10 years in 2015. So I think commenters may say it, but when newspaper journalists start writing articles about it, that gotta mean something. Not
only that,
I think it mean more than a
If
commentary.
it's a scholarly article, then yeah.
Not only that, like I said, if they put it on the movie, right, it's that technology already exists somewhere. It's just not on the mass level yet.
Art imitating life.
That shit is already out.
Y'all want to do some housekeeping?
Let's get it.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping. Hey y'all. Follow us on YouTube. If you do, any new followers get a shout out on the show. We did miss it last week. Do we have a list of them?
No, we don't.
No. We'll
We're
get y'all.
missing it this week.
We're missing it this week. We're gonna get a special. You know what? Our next special episode dedicated to that squadron of new followers. Like, share, subscribe. You know where to find us. YouTube.
Best way to support us is buy our merch, our art, and play bingo with us. We do have we will have the bingo cards available for purchase soon.
Excuse me. And you can also send your Ask the Cast questions to our email, anothermillennialpod@gmail.com. And tune in every Monday for some learning and laughing.
Whole lot of gang shit.
Gang.
Do we have an Ask the Cast?
Yes, sir.
Hey, may I have another drink?
No, sir.
You to be asking for the world.
Do I?
No. You'd be asking for another drink.
I want to say this, but I don't want to prove you right by saying this.
Then don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it. Go ahead, Ace, please.
Your ass to cash should be what we're gonna say.
The cast wants to know.
The streets want to know, man. The streets want to
The
know.
amputees want to know.
I can't believe you're withholding content from our watchers.
It's stupid. This young lady that I'm dating, she told me that I should not be afraid to express the things I want. And I don't even remember why I thought of that, but I didn't want to bring her up at all because of
Oh,
yo,
Sheila.
shit. Sheila.
Shayla.
Shapely Sheila.
Y'all niggas be wanting a submissive Sheila.
Mm.
A silent Sheila.
A subservient Sheila.
Not gonna get it over here.
Sheila Sharona.
If my Sheila not subservient, then I'm gonna have to get a robot.
Yeah.
She need to get a robot.
No, if my Sheila not subservient, then I'm gonna have to get a robot.
You need another one?
Yes. I really think it's just
Y'all are
that
some
particular
alkies.
brown. I mean, no, that particular alcohol. Like, I could just throw that back like applesauce, bro. I'm really not that guy. I'm not that guy, pal.
Yeah.
We know.
Alrighty, guys. So our amputees would like to know. We have been off the air for almost a year now, and as expected, we've all gone through many changes. What has been the biggest change in your life, or the biggest thing that changed you, or the biggest thing that you've had to adapt to? This is a multi-layered question.
Is that in our life? Or just like right now?
Just over the time we've been away.
Oh,
Giving our subscribers, followers, insight into how a personal life has been going. Also, how would you rate yourself on how you have handled those changes? And do you feel like you would have handled this differently 5 years ago or 5 years from now?
wow. Very, very, very strong Ask the Cast, I must say. Really, really strong Ask the Cast.
Hey.
Does anyone have an answer already?
I can attempt one.
I have a really good one. If I may go first.
Rock, paper, scissors.
All right. You got it. You won.
Yeah, so I choose.
Oh, so you get to call? Okay. So can you read it one more time just so I can make sure I answer it in the right context?
So the amputees would like to know how our life has changed over the past year that we've been off the air. As expected, we've gone through many challenges and changes personally. What has been the biggest change in your life, or the biggest thing to change you, or the biggest change that you have had to adapt to? And how do you rate yourself on how you've handled those changes? And how do you feel like you would have handled them differently 5 years ago or 5 years from now?
Wow. So a lot of different questions. I'm probably going to have to ask you to read at least
Okay.
part of the question part again. So for me, the biggest change in the last year, and before I even say that, our last episode was November 23rd, 2023. So we are
Crazy.
almost to a day.
A year mark.
Yeah, the 1 year since our last ep. Excuse me. So for me, definitely going through my breakup, that was the biggest change. Personally, lifingly, emotionally, like all of Elise, like that passed. We broke up in June, but it was kind of cruising toward that for a while. So that one was a big one. And I think that I handled it well. I think so. Usually I think I get hung up on my guilt after breakups. And this one, I accepted that guilt. I think I took accountability for certain things, but I didn't make myself take accountability for too many things. I think I gave myself an appropriate amount of grace. I think I was like very honest about the things that I just could not control. A lot of times I'll allow myself to like take the blame for those things where it's just circumstance. I do wonder if I'll be vulnerable. I do wonder if I should have like just taken a total break from dating. I really don't want to do that, but I do feel like maybe that's something that I need to do, and so that's an improvement I definitely feel like I can make. But I decided consciously not to do that because once again I felt like I had gave myself like time to process what had happened, and then I moved forward and I know what I want is a relationship. So I did start pursuing one again.
Don't you think you ask yourself that question almost every time you have that a breakup?
Yes.
That you should take a break from dating?
Yes, for sure, for sure. And usually whatever decision I make, I always second guess it. But this time, again, I don't want to act like there's no apprehension about my decision, but I do feel like I made the right decision. For sure. I think there was how would I have handled this 5 years differently? Probably similarly, just would have handled it with a lot more emotional insecurity, for sure. Like I would have tried to fuck through it. What year is it? Actually, about 5 years ago, I broke up with a girlfriend, and that's exactly what I tried to do. Extended my whole phase disgustingly. Was out here just doing things I had no business doing, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was actually like that was a really bad time in my life, actually. 2017, 2018, like
Sleazy.
I know that's a little bit more than 5 years, but boy, oh boy, I was out here just, woo. And you know that girl, actually. It was when we all cohabitated. When I broke up from that girl, I was on a 2-year bender, I think. Like, I don't know what a bender is for real, like, because I guess it wasn't alcohol, but I was just fucking. Ugh.
Keyword on just.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Get them in, get them out.
I don't even want to like tell y'all how bad it is. I'm a little ashamed. Shameful Sheila.
We here now. We here now.
Because I also decided then, like, fuck it, I want to decide what raw sex feel like more. So I was diving in. Ugh, naked, like, whew. That's when that girl tried to tell me that, or maybe that was a little bit after, but
that's hilarious.
the girl tried to tell me that.
Matches with that.
Yeah. That was my baby. And she also was going to give me $100,000. Yeah. So that's excuse me. That's my answer to the Astacast.
What about 5 years away?
Yep, I just remembered about that one. So 5 years from now, I would probably how old would I be? I'd be about 40. So I would probably have to make some tough acceptances about my life. Like I'm not gonna like have the life that I planned out all my life. Whatever my life is going to look like now is going to be a little bit different. So I don't know what that is yet, but I definitely would have to come to terms with that. I really don't want to be a 40-year-old dating like a 27-year-old. I think I could. Like, I think I could, but I would prefer to date someone my age.
Okay.
You know, or you know what I mean, in the ballpark. Long-winded answer, excuse me.
That's
But
fine.
there
The
were a lot
people
of
wanted
questions.
to know. The people wanted to know. I'll go next. One of the biggest changes that I've gone through is the loss of Ali.
We miss you, Ali. Shout outs.
Definitely. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
That's definitely been the biggest change because that was an almost 10-year constant in my life. You know what I'm saying? Further than that, I kept this nigga alive for almost 10 years. So that was tough. I feel like I definitely feel like it changed me. One thing that I have to acknowledge is how when I was going through another breakup and Ali was around, I was feeling suicidal, having suicidal ideations and everything like that. I fully believe that I'm here today because of him. And going through some of the challenges that I'm going through today is like a reminder of just the power of unconditional love. So I really hate that he couldn't see this new chapter of our life that we got to. As far as the new house go, the new job, like I feel like I would now be in a position to give him a life that he is much more deserving of. How do I rate myself on handling that change? I think I did a damn good job. I think I'm entitled to the occasional breakdown, but I also think that I haven't necessarily blamed anyone for what happened to him. I do feel like I didn't give myself the proper time and stuff to grieve because life had to keep going on. And when I think about how, you know, people get to the end of their life and they realize that it was the moments that mattered the most. Their time and love and investment with other people, not the job, not the money, not the, you know, untangible things. That it's the untangible things that matter the most. So I really think I handled it and gave myself enough grace, even though I didn't allow myself to grieve in the way that I felt was necessary.
What do you mean by that? You didn't get to grieve.
Like, I just had to keep going. I had to keep showing up for work. I was in the middle of trying to get promoted. You know, I really wanted to just shut down. I really wanted to just stop living. I really wanted to just stop existing. But I didn't have that option. I had another baby to live for. I had other things to live for. I had other goals that I was trying to accomplish.
Have you had time to grieve yet?
I think it's important that you make time,
Like,
even after the fact now.
I would say I have grieved some, but just the way society works, like it doesn't give you that time. Like I don't have that much time available to really just sit and process my emotions because like I said, life keep going on, shit keep happening, things keep happening. And you just gotta show up and you gotta be adaptable. You gotta be flexible. You gotta be strong and push past it. Um it's again though, I do feel like I'm entitled to, my occasional breakdowns. Like I done had a whole ass breakdown in the shower thinking about him, or I could start my damn day crying thinking about him. But I don't be hard on myself for that. I don't be hard on myself for breaking down at a reminder of him or something like that. So 5 years ago, I probably would have did the same thing TZ did deep into the whole phase. Tried tried to fuck it away, tried to smoke it away, tried to drink it away, tried to do whatever to this pain. And honestly, this is another reason why I feel like I handled the situation so good, because everybody knows I done dealt with mental health issues and suicidal ideations before, and just the self-talk and the searching for counseling and trying to have healthier coping mechanisms. I think I exhibited all of that while facing one of the most challenging things I've ever had to deal with. 5 years from now, I hope that I'm able to just not break down as much. Be strong, give them, hopefully never have to experience or go through the same type of feelings with my other babies, but I think I may be a little bit more mentally and emotionally prepared to kind of deal with grief. But I feel like you kind of get older as you get harder, because those attachments get longer, deeper. But I just have to put logic in its right place and understand that, people, things, pets are here for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, and you got to put them things in their right categories. So
I think it's part of the grieving process, and to speak on a little bit more of grace that you can allow yourself. As humans, we're not really ever meant to, I guess, really be able to forget an attachment like that. And I don't think it's fair to expect of yourself to ever get past it.
right.
I think a proper expectation, and you're well on your way there, even though it might be difficult to accept that you are on this course. You are getting stronger in being able to carry that grief.
Yeah.
And I do think that you will be able to, I hope this situation never happens again, but if you have to, you'll be able to handle it better in the future, for sure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Loss will definitely
thankfully.
happen again.
Yeah.
I can recall saying that to my mom though, like, if anything ever happened to Ali, I'll just kill myself. And I respect where Ali and Swisher both was in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this hurt. I'm sure this hurt will hurt just as much with Swisher, but this hurt differently with Ali. But with it being so painful, it gives me the strength to be able to deal with if I lose Swisher later. When I lose Swisher later. If I don't go first. You know?
Yeah, pets is rough. I think we're wired to believe that the younger generation typically outlives us. You know, 'cause that's how humans are.
Right.
Typically outlive the older generation, but pets make that a difficult concept to just come to terms with, knowing that they really are a chapter in your life, and it makes it so difficult to commit to getting a pet, knowing that that's gonna happen before you go.
Right.
So shout outs to you for committing to a few of those guys. You definitely poured your heart and soul into them. They felt it, and they definitely, appreciate and love you for it. That's unfortunate what happened to Ali.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sure it doesn't make it any easier, but just knowing that they're always gonna, not always, but most of the time they're gonna die before you. So you would have had to endure this at some point. But it's not about the death; it's about the life.
Right.
When does a person die? When they get shot?
The last time you ever
Nope.
speak their name.
When they eat a poisonous soup made by some mushroom that your friend picked to try to make you feel better? Nope. When a bomb blows up your body entirely, leaving nothing but dust? Nope.
Can you guess the punchline?
A man dies
Me either.
when they are forgotten. And Ali will always be with you, at least in the memories that you've created.
Oh, okay. That doesn't work anymore.
That was a One Piece reference.
That would have been my guess. Let's go, man. One time for Big Ali. You know what I'm saying? Is that actually the closest person that you've ever lost? Not a person, but
Basically.
closest living being?
How dare you say it wasn't a person?
Alright.
Rude.
He was a dog. Respect
Rude.
to who he is. He was a canine.
I ain't no dog. That's family. Come here, cousin.
Yeah, Ali was definitely
Where's that from?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Fucking black culture question, bitch. No, that was a Wayans brother.
From which?
White
an
Chicks.
episode? Oh. I actually don't like that movie as much as other people.
Right. That's the excuse.
That would be a black culture question I'd certainly fail. Because every black person like White Chicks.
It's a classic.
It is a good movie. It's alright. I should say.
This past year, my life, I mean,
Oh yeah,
I won
follow
the
that
lottery.
up. Follow that up, Los.
I won the lottery.
If you don't make me cry, you lost.
I'm driving a brand new car. Had 2 girlfriends. Didn't break up with the first one. We're still together.
Dating them both at the same time and they know about it.
They know about it. Yeah, I mean, not much to write home about.
I wonder if I'm polygamous. Never mind. This is your time.
I mean, this past year, I went through. I guess I did go through my own ringer. Like, I had to finally accept the lesson that I was being taught for, I guess, a few times. Just doors close, and they don't have to. I don't have to work hard to keep them open. Some doors are meant to close in your life. And so I have learned. Well, I guess I think I handled it on par with how I typically would handle it, because I think it was about 5 years ago or something like that. Um, I just remember I was living with Zucker at the time. Sorry, I was living with you here, and I was talking to Z Dog, and he gave me an advice that stuck with me for so long. As well, like usually I defer to this whenever I feel like I'm in a really dark part of my life. And it's just give give yourself the grace of time. 5 or 6 months is an immense amount of time, especially for people who really only have, on average, about 75 of each season to their life.
75 years of each season. Okay.
So it's not too much really to when you put it in perspective. And so if that's the kind of life that I have in 5 or 6 months, so much can happen. And every time I have given myself that grace, it has proven to me that, yeah, my life is like, I might not like it anymore. I might not like it where I am right now, but I definitely like it much better than where I was 5 or 6 months ago. Even if, like, throughout that time I had to be okay with the loss of a friend, or having to come to terms with the loss of the life of somebody that I thought I was close to, or just having to be okay with not having control over all of your relationships. Like,
Boy, you talking that talk right now.
I just really have to
I wish I had a drop for you.
be.
I hope you brought an
I
umbrella.
just
Because
really
it's
had to
raining
be
cold hard
okay with
facts
some
up in
of
here.
that. But also, I recognize nowadays that a lot of that stuff I probably care about a little bit more than I let on. And so 5 years from now, I might not handle it the same as I have been. I might consider things like, I think I'm going cyclically with how I believe these doors should remain. And I think I'm at a point in my life, yeah.
What does that mean? I'm going cyclically with how these doors
So
should remain.
I used to fight harder to keep them open. Now I'm at a point where they might not need to stay open so much. But maybe in the future I might consider it some more again. I'm recognizing that relationships are important to me. And the pattern with all of these doors is that a relationship is involved, whether it be friend, family. So it's a big part of my life that I've been maybe nonchalant about. Now,
I would just like to say really quickly, because I definitely want you to get back to what you're saying. With my new therapist, one thing that she kind of asked me to do was zero in specifically on what is it that you want to really like work on in these sessions. And she made me like think about it as homework and come back to her with the real answer. And my answer really was, I really want to like feel good about my relationships in my life, like personal, romantic, platonic, like ironically this fucking podcast, like all the relationships that we discuss are like the ones that I want to feel good about those. I want to feel like I am carrying my weight in those. I am living authentically in those relationships. And like, and the reason I came to that conclusion is because, as we always say, like, relationships really are, I don't want to say that's all life is, but man, that is so much of life. If you just have positive relationships, then your quality, that is your quality of life, your relationships. If you have good relationships, you will have a good quality of life. If you have poor relationships, you will have a poor quality of life.
Agreed.
And that is like, I'm a real deal introvert. I'm a real deal like lone wolf, self-reliant person, but it is painfully obvious how true that statement is, to how the quality of life that I have is 80+% the relationships that I have and how they are at any given time.
I don't think it's incorrect to say that relationships is a big part of what makes the human experience, where like if we weren't trying to make a relationship with another human, we're kind of like animals. It's just like straight up. And it is a big difference maker where we really thrive on making those connections. However we want to approach them, or however we're comfortable with it. Because I think even loners, like you're self-describing, like you're still looking to make connections with people who fit that agenda.
That feel comfortable for me. I feel, and as my Sheila pointed out, like, it's okay to like someone but not feel like you need to be with them long term. Like, you ultimately, you just want to feel comfortable in your relationship, whatever it is. Like, you need to be able to feel like who I am naturally is more than enough for this relationship, and this is what I want to like do for the rest of my life. And that's like a real like radical thought, I think. At least it was for me, and I think it is for a lot of people. Like, it's, I feel like I'm getting a little bit off topic, but maybe I'll say this, maybe it resonates with others. Like, it's one thing to want to be with someone because they're a good person. It's another thing to want to be with someone because they impress you, or you feel like this person really adds a significant value to your life or quality to your life, something like that. And again, that I'm thinking of that romantically in this moment, but that can be for all friendships, family, like the family that you choose to interact with regularly, like anyone that you choose to have a intimate relationship with. You just want to feel like who you are and what you bring to the table is enough.
I think that, I guess, to segue back to what I was saying, that is, I guess, the reminder that I needed. Like, I think a part of like my current dark ages that started was when me and one of my best friends, like, we just stopped being friends. We just stopped talking for a long time. I lost connection with her kids, her husband, and like, it was a very difficult time for me. And I don't think I ever thought that, like, yeah, this is like the end of like the relationship for forever. I definitely knew it wasn't happening at the moment. And so recently reconnecting and trying to mend that has reminded me, like, yeah, this is a special thing that I would like to fix. I shouldn't be nonchalant about this. I should try a little harder. This is like, even if life isn't moving this towards me, I have an ability to help it move towards me. I am something that exists in this world that has some sort of power over this. It doesn't just have to be.
Powerful statement you're making right there, Los. Questions I want to ask, but I don't want to ask on the pod because it is very personal.
Nah, I mean, at this point, I don't care any. I'll talk. But it was also I told you I had a falling out with my cousins a few years ago, And even that, like, I've recently, that's actually been a successful mend. Like, um, and I'm happy that, I'm willing to, or that both parties are willing to move forward, like, and be comfortable and cordial with each other. Because just that one little bit of disconnect really further deepened that dark age that I felt like I was in, where I really felt like I was losing a lot of, I guess, close connections. Even now, like, um, the wedding that I was one of the I guess the groomsmen, Eric. I don't talk as much as I used to him. We don't hang out as much. But I want to say at least once a week, I'm like, how do I get that back? Because it's a special friendship to me, and I don't know how to do it right now. Um, there are, I guess, limitations that I have, like with my car. Like, I can't really go out and see people as much as I want to. But that shouldn't even really be an excuse with, like, the kind of experience that I've grown up with my friends and the value that I have and the trust that I have in these kind of guys. Because, like, that would never be an excuse for any of them. That would fly. Like, oh, your car wasn't working. Like, you still could have hit me up, Carlos. That kind of shit. And I get it. So, like, I just struggling over what to do, what I want to do, the lifestyle I have right now. Am I okay with it? I think for the most part, yes, but no. Yeah, just
You saying this makes me really feel bad for extroverts in a way that I never realized before. Like, if I fall back from a relationship, again, romantic, platonic, familial, I think it's much more accepted and people kind of even expect it from me. And they may not automatically assume like that's something, they may not take it personal. But with an extrovert, and as you mentioned, like, this is a really valuable relationship for me, but I'm not able to like really put into it the way that me as an extrovert really wants to, like, be around this person and reach out to this person, hang out with this person, exchange energy with this person in person. And you can't do that sometimes because of just life. And it's like that really affects you and it may affect that person. And you're probably worried about the perception of that person. And like you really want to, but you just can't. And like for me, it's very, not very, but more easy. But for an extrovert, it's just like, man, that is how you want to express yourself and your love, and like you feel good by doing that. You just can't do that with a person that you really value. And I bet that is really like hard internally.
but yeah, it's a very good way of expressing that. Yeah, like, it eats at me.
Yeah, I
Not
bet.
really like having that connection with people I want to have connections with.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. Right when COVID hit, like I was already an adult, full out of college and everything like that, but something changed once I got to college as far as how social I was, hugging everybody, that became a thing to me. And then those hugs extended into much deeper friendships and relationships. And so once COVID hit and we couldn't hug each other anymore, that was a little tough for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was very tough for me, and I didn't understand how much physical touch was like such a large part of my love language.
That's crazy how big a mental shift COVID had made for the whole world.
Yeah.
Because even today we're still feeling after effects.
Right.
We're all very different people from pre-COVID era.
Yeah.
I used to really love the closeness or whatever, but even down to how my hand movements are, it's no longer the open dap with people, type shit, and I mean, of course, that's because, my hands might be dirty or something like that, but it's also a caution of other people. Like, you scared to allow other people into your space as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's tough. That's tough for me because that college, like I said, was the shift for me for that to open up for me. Like, I wasn't just a hugger or in everybody's mix prior to college.
I love changing people to huggers. I'm still working on Teasy, but we'll get there.
I don't hug anyone regularly.
I know.
Like, I'm thinking about it. Like, I wouldn't even want a person that
You are my
come in
current
for the hug.
muse.
If anyone, like, if I had to hug someone regularly when I saw them, I would avoid them. Absolutely.
I know I've
I feel
accomplished
like
my
you
task.
Crystal.
My cousin,
Yeah.
who I see once or twice a year.
It'll be once or twice, but
I see that young lady on the holidays. Like, I see her for Thanksgiving and Christmas. She was here recently, but that was like the first time she had been here since she lived here.
yeah.
So, I don't be hugging niggas. That ain't my vibe.
What about the women that you date?
Yeah, I hug them when I meet them. Like when we see each other and when we depart, but that's about it.
And the only reason he doesn't avoid them is because they put out.
I mean, I wouldn't have said it that way, but that's not a false statement. What did we learn today?
We all better than yesterday. Every day.
I'm not always better than I was yesterday. I wish that was the case, but
I think even if you don't perceive it, it's still true.
heck yeah. Heck yeah. This has been a tumultuous year for all of us. That's what I learned today.
I swear.
Maybe you guys feel the same way, viewers. I don't know, amputees.
I never heard the saying "niggas be nigging" or "life be lifing" until I
past
met
year.
Sam, and ever since then, niggas been nigging and life been lifing.
Indeedly do.
Y'all believe in witchcraft?
Yeah,
You think you're caught in some witchcraft right now?
nah. I've had a trail of bad luck though, so I also can see that it wouldn't be. It's likely. It's plausible. I would say. Likely, maybe not, but definitely a possibility.
I don't know if I believe in witchcraft and all that. I was gonna try and represent John and say that our words and
Here
things
you
that
go.
we spell have spells. That's why they're called spelling or some whatever the fuck he would say. Your words have power. Your word is magic. Something along those lines. You don't believe in that shit either.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
But there have been so many stories. Like in the Latino culture, it's prevalent.
I bet. Well, we are low on battery, so stay black, stay strong. Remember, they can't bring you down unless they below you. Loyalty before royalty. The real respond. Pimps up, hoes down. You know where the fuck you want to be. Deuces.
I love you.
Peace.
Which I want to name this app. We're at 1 hour and 20 minutes, by the way.
Trauma bonding.
Trauma bonding.
Nah.
Yeah, I got an episode like that.
Do it.
Jogging through the neighborhood.
Why that?
Send it.
Why that?
Why not?
You You said something last week too that I was like, why did you said JD? You said Jermaine Dupri. You didn't even say JD. You said Jermaine Dupri. Why did you say that last week?
Why?
Yeah, again.
There's no
listening to that,
rhyme or reason.
Why Jermaine Dupri? Was the episode so deaf? Like, like what was? Why did he say that? What did you say? What did you say just now?
Jogging through the neighborhood.
Jogging through the neighborhood. I thought that was an acronym for something. I was trying to put it together. Like, Jesus.
You be trying to go through a rabbit hole that don't exist, dog.
You be saying you be making connections that I don't be putting together. So I be like, I be trying to think outside the box.
That's the issue. That's the issue. Hey,
all right, what is he thinking?
You got to think next to the box, dog. Outside the box, you might be too out there.
What was he thinking about when he said that?
Let's see. This episode shall be titled
Grace. Something with grace in it. Giving myself grace.
Graceful shit.
I'm feeling racist.
That's funny.
Gracism at its finest.